Hello, this is Renee from 22 Social, and this is Facebook group paid membership tip number 16. And today we're going to be talking about membership perks. So, in previous tips, I've given you a few ideas on different things, different ways you can present your expertise as perks, or what I call benefits as well. Perks or benefits, same thing, to your members. So it doesn't really matter what your expertise are. I mean, a lot of the ideas I'm giving you will apply. Well, this is a different idea that I'm going to give you today in terms of how to deliver content. So a little different than you might have done before. And the idea is that you don't have to deliver all the content at once. So you could actually drip content. So this is a little different than the ideas I gave you before with ongoing content. I know you can commit this to perhaps going live or creating a recorded video once a week or once a month, which is ongoing content. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here, for example, I talked about a course you could create as part of your content that people have access to right away. But when you drip content, you could drip that course. You could say, hey, you know what? I only want the first part of the course to be available right away, but I want the second part to be available maybe week 2, and the third part maybe week 3, or month 2 and month 3. And you may be thinking, so why would I want to do that? Why don't I just give them everything right at once? Give them that foundational course or that set of videos or downloads right away. Or here are 2 reasons why you may want to drip content. And I'm sure there's more, but here's the 2 most common reasons. One is you may not want to overwhelm them with a lot of content. You may think, if it makes sense for how you're presenting your content or your courses that you're offering as part of this perks of the membership, you may want them to consume one part first and another part in a week or in a month later, so that they can actually have time to kind of absorb the material. Maybe you're giving them some homework. Maybe you told them, hey, for the next week I want you to work on these 3 things, and you don't really want them to look at video 2 till it's been a week, to give them time to work on that homework. So it allows you to have that structure no matter when somebody signs up. So if I sign up today, my week 1's today, and a week it'll be my week 2. If somebody signs up next month, their week 1 will be in a month, and week 2 after that. So it allows you to organize that feel, that experience, by dripping that content and not having them be overwhelmed by trying to consume too much at the beginning and feeling, hey, this is too much, I'm not sure if I can do this, kind of thing. So that's reason number 1, is avoiding overwhelm and really structuring that experience. Number 2 is you may not want them to have access to everything because you want them to stick around for more than 1 month in order to have access to everything. Maybe you feel like, hey, look, if I break this up into 3 or 4 different months, I know for a fact if they want to consume the whole thing, they have to stick around for at least 3 or 4 months. Give you an example. I had someone I was helping with that's more of a nutritional coach, and he had, I believe, around 400 recipes, and he thought, I don't want somebody paying for 1 month and just having access to all my 400 recipes and walking. They don't even need 400 recipes month 1. Why don't I just give them a subset, perhaps 100 to start, and maybe 100 more month 2 and 100 more month 3 and so forth? Because they're not going to be able to cook 400 meals in a month anyway, so it doesn't make sense for them to get overwhelmed with all that. And plus, I know they'll stick around if they want the rest of the recipe book. So that was a good way to kind of work on retention. So again, if that makes sense for you, that would be a good idea to do it. So again, I'm going to review the 2 ideas, or 2 reasons why, that you may want to drip content. 1 is to control the experience so that they're not overwhelmed. And 2 is for retention, to have them stick around month 2, or 3 or 4th and so forth. It's not like you're stealing from them an experience. It's really just giving them what makes sense in a month, and at the same time getting a customer to stick around. So with that, that's the idea for today, or the tip for today. I'll see you on the next tip.